Hello, my name is Mike Bishop and I'm going to be talking about Roman armour. The Roman army used a wide range of specialised armour, both attached to the bodies of men or their horses, or wielded separately in the form of a shield. Every Roman soldier wore a helmet designed to protect the head, neck and much of the face. Infantry helmets had a broad neck guard and cheek pieces which left the ear exposed, so that commands could be heard. Cavalry battle helmets were normally embossed to resemble hair, and their cheek pieces, also elaborately decorated, covered the ear with an embossed representation of it. Some cavalry also had face mask helmets which were used in the elaborate training displays known as gymnasia. Designed to protect the face from dummy javelins which were hurled during the displays, they limited the wearer's vision and tested their horsemanship. Body armour came in three basic types: mail, scale and plate. Mail was an Iron Age Celtic invention adopted enthusiastically by the Romans during the Republican period. Consisting of interlinked, stamped and riveted rings of steel, it was an extremely strong form of armour with great integrity, hence fragments are seldom found. Complete shirts do occur occasionally, however, like one that was caught hanging on a wall in a barrack fire at South Shields in northern England. Although often inaccurately called chainmail, ringmail or mail are preferable terms for this type of armour. Scale armour originated in the East and was usually made of copper alloy. Individual scales overlapped with their neighbours horizontally and were wired together as well as being sewn to a textile or leather backing. In the 2nd century AD, a new form was introduced that saw scales also wired to their neighbours vertically, no longer requiring sewing to a backing. Plate armour existed either as muscled cuirasses, reserved for senior officers and rarely found, or as articulated, overlapping plates attached to leather straps, the so-called lorica segmentata. The brass fittings from lorica segmentata are often found on military sites from the 1st to the 3rd centuries AD. Characteristic lobate hinges, hinge strap and buckle fittings, and tie loops were all riveted to the underlying steel plate, which usually rusted away. A rare find is a kind of composite armour made of fine copper alloy scales attached to very fine mail armour. Some steel mail even had decorative patterns incorporated by using copper alloy rings. Infantry sometimes made use of articulated arm defences on the sword arm. These consisted of overlapping plates of copper alloy or steel riveted to internal leather straps. Some heavy armoured cavalry also had articulated defences on the thighs, although none have so far been found in the Western Empire. Both infantry and cavalry could be equipped with greaves. Plain steel greaves were used by legionary infantry, examples coming from Carlisle and Hebron in Israel. More elaborate, embossed copper alloy greaves were used by cavalry, taking part in the gymnasia. Examples of scale horse armour trappers are known from the East, but none have so far been identified from the West. Chamfrons, protection for a horse's face, are known, however, since they were used in the gymnasia. Made of leather with attached studs and appliques, examples are mainly known from waterlogged sites. All Roman soldiers fought with shields. Use of the shield was a vital part of hand-to-hand combat, and losing one's shield was a serious offence. Legionary shields were made of plywood and curved round the body. They usually had a curved rectangular boss that could be made of steel or copper alloy. Auxiliary infantry shields could be oval or rectangular and, unlike their legionary counterparts, flat with circular shield bosses of copper alloy or steel. Auxiliary cavalry had oval or hexagonal shields. All shields are most commonly identified from fragments of the copper alloy binding around their edges.